Hi, this is Sean here from Pass First Time, Ireland's online driving school. Check out the website and don't forget to get your copy of our free driving test secrets mini course. I'll actually leave a link in the description below to the mini course, and it's really perfect for anybody who is prepping for a driving test or if you have a driving test date coming up. And this is kind of I suppose this is a new series. It's quick tips. And I'm going to do these over the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to take a couple of questions each week that I have been asked during the week on my lessons from my students. And we would presume then that driving test students all over the country are asking these questions. So we'll do our best to answer them for you. In this video, we will take a look at question number 1. Can you ask questions of your examiner? Can you ask questions on the driving test? Then we will look at when you should use your handbrake, which can be vague. And finally, at the end, a top tip during COVID driving tests, which are continuing, of course, the COVID regulations still there. So I have a top tip if you're doing your driving test over the next couple of weeks. But let us start with asking questions on your driving test. Can you ask your examiner questions? The answer is huge yes, you can. And it's very important that you do. You should never be confused over an instruction the examiner has given you. And with masks now, it can often be a little bit more difficult to understand your examiner. So if you're in any doubt as to what the examiner is asking you to do, or the direction they're telling you to go, etc., always ask nice and early, pounce early, and clarify the situation. An examiner would prefer you clarify the situation rather than maybe doing something they don't want you to do or going in the wrong direction. And just a little tip onto the end of that: if your examiner makes conversation with you, and some will and some won't. Some examiners make little to no conversation. Personally, I think I almost prefer this because it allows you to concentrate on your driving a little bit more. But if they do, maybe talking about the weather or whatever, it is perfectly fine for you to reply to that conversation. But please make sure it doesn't break your concentration on your driving, which is the most important. From there, we go to the handbrake, and when should you use your handbrake? Now, driving instructors will differ on this. The way I teach it is that you should use your handbrake if you get delayed or if you stop in a hill or an incline. So when you get delayed in traffic, for instance, if you come up to a light and it has just gone red, and you're presuming it's going to be red for a while, you can put on your handbrake because you can see the delay. Whether you put her into neutral or not is a decision for yourself, but the handbrake should go on if you're delayed. If you stop on a hill or incline and you're not going to be moving away immediately and you want to ensure that you are not going to roll back, it is very important to use your handbrake there. And during the maneuvers, particularly in the turnabout on the road, you have cambers, or the little dips into the sides of roads. And I find using the handbrake, it does two things. One, it stops you from rolling. And two, it almost reminds you to look up and down the road and keep your observation going. So using the handbrake can be beneficial, I think, during the turn in the road. And on the reverse, if you do have to stop for oncoming traffic and are delayed, it can be helpful there as well. So like I say, different instructors will have different views on this. These are my views, and I do find it beneficial to use it when you need it. You of course, then when you park your car, you should put on your handbrake, put your car into neutral and cancel your signal. And that way, when you go to start again, everything is as it should be. And a little extra bonus tip at the end, when not to use your handbrake, and that is as the car is rolling into a stop. There is a tendency to pull up the handbrake when the car is not fully stopped, and in that way the car will come to a very sudden stop. You ideally stop the car with your foot brake and then apply the handbrake having stopped. The easy way around this is to keep your two hands, your left hand in particular in this case, up on the wheel until the car stops fully. That way you can't make this mistake. So just be careful with that and follow those tips on the handbrake if you find them helpful. And finally, for this video, our top COVID test tip: turn your mobile phone off or put it on silence before you go into the test center. Once you complete your phone call with your examiner, be sure that the phone is either on silent or turned off completely, as you do not want your phone ringing in the middle of your driving test. You have enough going on and you don't really want that phone ringing. So there's a top tip. It has happened to a number of driving test candidates over the last couple of weeks, so just be careful on that one. That's it for this video. All the best with your driving test. Check out more at PassFirstTime.ie. Download our free driving test secrets mini course from the website, or I will leave a link in the description below. And if you are doing your test over the next couple of weeks, good luck with it. Please like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Share it with your friends if you think they might. And thank you for watching. Safe motoring to everybody, and join me in the next video for more driving test